Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is Tristan, and today, we've tried to record this intro a few times, so we're back here, and what we're going to be getting into in this video is basically discussing the NIGO Air Force 3 White, which is going to be dropping on October 4th. It's already released overseas, I believe, in Japan and a couple other regions, so the resale market's kind of formed a little bit, and I think these would be a light flip. Worth going for, I'll say that. There's also no risk with the sneakers drop. I mean, you got free returns, so why not go for it? Because if it ends up, being something that does good and you get a pair, then yeah, that's what, it's worth your time. But yeah, we'll get into this drop. There's two possibilities, basically. They're going to do enough of them, and they'll, head down a little bit in price. They're not going to brick, but they'll head down a little bit in price, and, they'll just, be a light flip at best. Or they're going to not make enough of them, and they're going to start heading up in price right after the sneakers drop, which I think there's potential for that. But I've kind of looked. It seems like there's a decent amount of asks. I think they'll probably have decent stock. So we'll get into that. I think the first possibility I was discussing there is what will happen. So they'll make enough, and or not, maybe not that, but they're going to do just enough to where the demand is met, I think. So I don't think there's like crazy demand for these, but they are pretty unique. I mean, looking at these in sneakers, I could definitely see them heading up after the L's. But yeah, if you guys want more content like this, feel free to subscribe and like down below. Just trying to 300 likes on this video. That is the normal goal. You can check me out my IGs down below, right there in the pinned comment. Always buying, selling, and trading there. And you can check us out at Resell Vision. We're doing undermarket pairs of Travis Scott medium olives. You can see it out on the screen. Doing tons of those this week. We gave away a pair of Verdes. I mean, you name it, we do it. We try and bring the best to people every single day. So do not miss out on that. And yeah, see you guys there. That's really what I can say. But yeah, hope to see you all on Resell Vision down below on my IGs, or just down below in the comments. Drop your thoughts on these. Let me know if you're going for them. And let's get started. I got my screen recording getting up here. I'll scoot over as I usually do, and that should be live on the screen right now. You guys can see I'm just checking out the soles on these, and overall, a really unique shoe. I mean, take a look. Just looking through the pictures right there. Very, very cool. The tongue tag right there has some details on it. I mean, look at that. Very, very unique. Air Force 3, obviously, but I mean, all the colors they decided to use. I mean, check out the insoles on these. Absolutely crazy. I mean, I think they should have definitely had some of that on the outside of the sneaker, but again, I like all the details on these. I think it is a unique one, and it's also on a model we don't see that often. I think the last time I remember some Air Force 3s is when Supreme did them way, way back. So, I mean, that's really the only time I've been paying attention to some Air Force 3s is back when, Supreme did them. So, you guys can see, you just got the Nike Air on the back right there, and then NIGO Force, because obviously it's a collaboration with him. Shout out him, making a dope sneaker right here. And yeah, again, I could see these being limited because they do look a little bit hard to make. I think the demand will be met, though, because it seems like, I'll show you all the resale in a second. There is some people with a decent amount of asks out there. But there is a possibility that, a lot of people want this shoe and people take their L's and they go up in price a little bit. But I don't think it's going to be a situation where they go up like 100, 200 bucks after the drop because they only do like 1,000 of them, you know what I mean? I do not think that's going to happen. But they could go up maybe like a little 50 bucks if they don't do enough, or a bunch of people take L's and there ends up being, a lot more demand for these than we really knew. But again, from what I can tell at the moment, these have come down in price significantly over the last few days. I mean, they were at like 600 bucks, and now they're at like, I think 220, 250. I mean, we'll get into showing y'all that in a second, but that just lets you know the market is still dropping, still kind of forming. We have to keep that in mind. It's slowing down for sure, though. Like, I think the point will be kind of like 190, 220. I'll discuss that. But yeah, just keep in mind the drop date right here, October 4th, 10 a.m. Eastern time. You guys can see it says available at, so it is not a draw. Just keep that in mind, not a draw. That's one of the main things I feel like we got to remember right here. This isn't like a full how-to copy video. I might put that in the title, but this is mainly just going to be like a resale prediction and just run it through the release date as well. So we'll get into the resale since this is the main thing that most of y'all clicked on this video for. So let's dive into that. Very cool shoe, though. I mean, just even taking a look on StockX. I mean, check that out right there. You know what I mean? That kind of that like not vintage, but that like it's just a funky Nike font right there. It reminds me of like comic books almost. You know what I mean? But yeah, as you guys can see here, the current resale price is between a range. Some of the small sizes going for some pretty good bread right there. No sales though. You can see like no sales for 7, 6.5, no. Size 6, no. 5.5. Yeah, like none of these small sizes are having sales. Even size 5, right? Being down there in price. Size 4, any sales? No. So you can see not a lot have even sold yet. But size 9 has, I think, a few. And you can see there's like some, like you can see 232 is 5, 234, 2. There just seems to be like a fair amount of pairs of these out there is what I'm trying to say. But you can see even for size 9, that's not that many sales. But the market really did just start forming. You can see there's a lot more sales happening today for this shoe. Like, it's a pretty popular sneaker, as you guys can see. But I would just give it a bit of time. You can see there's like 13 at 300, 250, 220. I do think these have a bit, though, to come down in price. So if you just want to know when to get your pair, I would personally wait a bit. But it's a very unique one. Again, it does seem like it might be a little bit hard to make. So if that ends up being the case, it is Air Force though, so I feel like, you know, they might have that under wraps, and they might be able to like make a decent amount of these. But if they don't, and these end up, you know, being a little bit different, like you can see we're at a range of that 220 to, you can see I'll just say 300, because obviously some of these sizes are selling for a lot more. Like 11.5, that's some good money right there. If you got 11.5, good bread. 12, easy money. You know what I mean? So you can see the bigger sizes, and some of the really small ones are going for more, but the big sizes are actually getting sales at the higher prices. So I would, you know which one's to target. But I don't see these being like a crazy hold. I would wait a little bit though to sell them. Like if you want to go out, like if you have a pair right now and you want to go out the way and sell it, that may be smart, because we do have a sneaker strap on the way, and that's another chance to get them. And I do have a feeling that, again, when most people get their pairs, the prices will probably drop a little bit. Like once the demand for these falls off a little bit, because there does seem to be like some decent demand. Like if you check out all sizes for these, let's do that right now. I mean, yeah, you can see it's not like super popular. Like here's like sales amongst all sizes just today. Let's see, how many is that? Yeah, it's only like 10 sales, so it's not going crazy like some of these other ones, like right before the release. We'll see like in the last 3 days it's had like 200, 300 sales, something like that. That is not the case with this shoe. You can see, we can look at the last 3 days, not been like that. You can see this is really all the sales we've had in the last 3 days, so that's not like a ton, but it's still like 60 or so that's a pretty decent amount. We could see a lot more happen tonight as well, and then we do, you know, see the lightning bolt symbol appear or something like that. But my personal prediction is there will be decent demand for these, but I think they'll stay probably where they're at a little bit, or they'll come down in price. That's really the only prediction I have for these. Other than, again, as I was saying, scenario 2, if they do not make enough of them, like we get the stock numbers and there's only like 4,000, 5,000 of these, then yeah, they actually might go up a little bit. I mean, I think personally the ones that would go up the most would be the larger sizes, like 11 plus or 10.5 plus. But yeah, I still think this is one that's worth it to target. It's not going to break in price, in my opinion. And yeah, we have another colorway that's on the way as well, I believe. But these are sick. These are sick. I would not mind these for the personal collection, to be honest. I would try to figure out how to style them, you know what I mean? But very funky pair. Definitely will resell if you guys just need to know that. So I'm at that screen recording right there. I do not want to hold you guys for too long, but I wanted to share some good information right there about this release. It's going to be worth it to target. That's really just the main thing you guys need to know. And again, I don't see it being like a major hold. Maybe like super long term, but I mean, at the moment, from what I know, it's not going to be like super limited. It's not like they're doing none of them. There seems to be a fair amount listed. So yeah, that's what I can say about this one at the moment. Still worth it to go for it though. So if you guys want more content like this, feel free to subscribe and like down below. Just trying to 300 likes in this video. You can check us out down below at Resell Vision. You can see some of the deals. I mean, we've been doing last night. We just gave away a pair of birdies. I'm thinking about giving away a pair of the medium olives. So, I mean, we'll see. Hey, you know, if y'all are interested in that, let me know. Feel free to let me know if you're in there. Yeah, I mean, I think I already, like, did maybe an interest check, something like that. I might drop that, you know what I mean? I'm not 100% sure if I did that. But yeah, we got lots on the way. We're doing tons more deals in there every single day. I mean, that's what we do. And you can check me out on my personal Instagrams down below. If you ever want to buy, sell, trade with me, anything like that, just hit me up. Let me know. And I'll get you right. That's really all I gotta do. And I'll be getting back to any DMs tonight. I've been a bit slow to do that, so just wait for that. But that's it, guys. I'm T. Thank you all. Hopefully I will catch you guys in the next video coming soon. And I mean, that'll be tomorrow, so I'll see you guys then. Don't miss out. Peace.